I would request that you put your requests to ask a question on the chat panel. Please do not put up your hand. Use the chat panel for your requests, and we'll facilitate that way. I see Khalid H. Khan. Welcome to this press conference. We'll start with you.
Aiden, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Aiden, coming to the Pakistan series, from South Africa perspective, how important it is that you have 3 World Cup coming up, two T20 World Cup and the 50-over World Cup in 2023. So from South Africa perspective, how important this series is?
Yeah, look, I think every series is important in the build-up to any World Cup. Naturally, going into the ODI Series now, there's still a couple of years till 2023, but it's a great time to almost, in a sense, start afresh as an ODI team. I think it's been a while since the ODI team last played from a Proteas perspective. So, yeah, certainly a new chance, basically to start afresh. Obviously under Themba's guidance, who's been brilliant this week so far, encouraging the brand of cricket that he would like the Proteas to play. So it's exciting. We've got a couple of years to build on something, and hopefully when the time 2023 comes, the team is pretty much knowing exactly what each person's role is under the brand of cricket that everyone wants.
Ken, Mustamil, and then Huzaifa.
Thanks, Sips. Hi, Aiden. As you say, the ODI team hasn't played for a while, in a year since that Australia series, which you didn't take part in. And you've only played like a handful of white ball innings since then without too much success. Were you surprised to be called up?
Yeah, look, I certainly wasn't expecting it at all, Ken. I obviously understand my white ball game for the Proteas hasn't been where I would have liked it to be. So I think, look, in general, you never expect selection, but more so in this case for myself. So I'm certainly grateful to be here. White ball cricket is something that I thoroughly enjoy, and I'm glad to be seen from the selectors' point of view and the coaching point of view that they still see me in the white ball plan. So yeah, extremely grateful to be here. Whether we play or not, it's something that we as players have no control over, but at least it's a step back in the right direction for myself in terms of white ball cricket.
Muzammil.
Hello, Markram. This is Muzammil from ARY Pakistan. Markram, some of your players will leave the series halfway to play IPL. Being a player, what do you think? Was that the right approach to prioritize an IPL, a domestic league, over national duty?
Yeah, look, it's quite tough for me to comment on something like that. I wasn't involved in any of the discussions that took place with regards to the guys that are leaving to IPL. We as a team haven't addressed it either. Our sole focus has been on preparation from an actual cricket perspective. So I think that's something that probably have to get taken up with the guys that are leaving and maybe guys in higher powers. But the sole focus for us has been to train extremely hard and train specifically for what we're going to come across in this series now against Pakistan.
Huzaifa.
Yeah, hello, Aiden. This is Huzaifa from Pakistan. Aiden, my question is that you have recently been into Pakistan and you've played some great innings against Pakistan. But which bowler from Pakistan side do you think that has been troubled you in this series?
Look, it's quite tough to say. Obviously, the series in Pakistan, one, conditions are extremely different to the conditions we'll come across here in South Africa, and then secondly, the format's obviously different as well. So I've only played Pakistan in white ball cricket in maybe 1 or 2 games in the past, so I'm actually not too sure. Obviously, they've got a great bowling attack as we've seen in the past. So I think for myself, if I play and the batting unit that does play, it's extremely important to set the game up, play a good positive brand of cricket, and hopefully get to a stage where we can put their bowling attack under some pressure.
Firdous, followed by Stuart.
Hi, Aiden. Just to follow up a little bit on Ken's question, you haven't been part of the white ball squads for a while, but there was a couple of seasons ago where you were top of the One Day Cup run charts, and you went to the World Cup and so on. Can you just tell us a little bit about what's happened in the interim and kind of what work you've had to do on your white ball game and what you still need to do?
Yes, look, obviously still need to do a lot, I think. It's been a while for myself personally since I've played 50 over cricket. I think the domestic tournament that happened last time, or the most recent one, I was injured for most of it as well. So it's actually been quite some time since I've played 50 over cricket. For me, it's just been about getting back to the game plans that I used when things were going well for me, albeit at franchise cricket. Game plans obviously change and intensities will change throughout the innings. It is, or initially at the start of this week, in terms of training, it did feel a bit foreign for me. Obviously, I haven't played loads of red ball cricket since I've been back from injury and not too much white ball. So I think it's more just addressing the plans from a mental side of things. I don't think technically too much changes. And then, yeah, it's just about being able to back options that I think will work for me in the conditions that we come across, and believing that those options for myself are the right things to do and will be the best for the team.
Stu?
Hi, Aiden. One of the elements that the team is always talking about is this role definition. You've batted in various positions in the order, both internationally and domestically. I was wondering if a role had been defined for you yet in terms of where you're going to bat in the order, 1, 2, 3, or 4, and why that decision, if one has been taken. Yeah,
we still, I think, almost fortunate enough to very much experiment still. I think 2023 is still a while away. The few discussions that I have had with the coach and with Temba has been to try to be quite versatile. So I'd probably see it anywhere in the top 4. I think naturally I'm comfortable anywhere in the top 4. Probably more comfortable up top for the time being. I'd still like to get to know numbers 3 and 4 a little bit more, but certainly something that I'm open to doing. I think ultimately as a player, you're almost just happy to take whatever spot you can get in the team. So that's sort of been the discussions since I've rejoined the squad, and hopefully if there's a gap somewhere, we can take it and ideally put big runs on the board for the team.
Thanks, Aiden. Up next is Nathan, Telford, Aditya, and Kaiso.
Aiden, you're always touted to be to a leadership position or role within the Proteas environment. Recently, it was announced your teammates Dean and Temba were announced as captains. What message did you send out to your teammates regarding their appointments?
Look, I think first and foremost, you congratulate them on their appointments. I said it in the past couple of weeks as well, that they certainly extremely deserving of their positions that they've got, and certainly are the right people for the job as well. So it's been amazing to see Temba operate so far this week. The amount of respect that guys have for him in this environment is seriously on another level, and I think it makes leading from his side a lot easier because of that. So extremely happy for them, and certainly guys that not just myself but the whole Proteas environment, 1, back, and 2, respect, and are certainly very easy to follow in terms of their whatever they basically say. I know that the team will be happy to follow and to buy in.
Telford?
How's it, Aiden? Just to stick with the captaincy for a bit. Yeah, obviously it's a change of captains, but it's gone from one respected player to another respected player. What do you think will change between the captaincy of Quinton and the captaincy of Temba in the white ball side?
It's actually quite hard to say, because I don't think I played too much under Quinny. But knowing the character Quinny is, he's obviously got a great cricket brain, and he sees the game extremely well from behind the stumps. But I think Temba, maybe where you might vary would be in terms of being a little bit more rigid, doing a lot of planning before a game, so that when we're in the game, he's got options to fall back on. Whereas I think Quinny's quite a free-spirited person and therefore quite a free-spirited captain, and was able to develop plans on the field as they go. Not saying Temba can't do that, but yeah, his preparation from a captaincy perspective might be a bit different to Quinny's. But yeah, something that's exciting. Temba's obviously done very well for the Lions from a captaincy point of view in white ball cricket and won trophies with them. And that obviously speaks volumes about his ability to lead well and captain a side well.
Aditya, Kanyiso, and then we'll finish with Tinas.
How is it, Aiden? My question is that seeing the recently concluded India versus England series, where even 340 was pretty easily chased, do you think that attacking brand of cricket where players go hard from ball one might be something that this young Proteas team might consider?
Yeah, it's certainly. I mean, if you look at India and England, they're probably your two best ODI teams in the world, or two of the best in the world. So their brand of cricket and the way they're going about their business is certainly a way that works, and is a way that is what needs to be done in order to be up there with the best in the world. So it's certainly a brand of cricket that we've looked into and discussed this week so far. A lot of things can change that in terms of conditions and things like that, but generally in the high field where we're going to play this series now, it is normally quite good to bat. So a positive approach and a brave approach is certainly things that we have spoken about. It's slightly different for our players, but I think it's more just from a mental side of things. I think everyone has the ability to be able to walk in and score freely from ball one. So it's going to be a work in progress, and it might take a bit of time from the Proteas side of things, but it's certainly discussions that we have had building up to the series so far.
Chako?
Thank you very much, Spokas. Good morning, Aiden, and congratulations for your runs that you made in the 4-day series. You did say that the 2023 World Cup is quite a while away, but what are you guys aiming to clean out of this ODI series, considering that South Africa hasn't played a whole lot of white ball 50 over cricket?
Yeah, it's been a long time. If you know Temba really well, he's a very competitive person. So 2023 is obviously in the back of the minds of the should we say the leaders of the team and the coach and the captain. But first and foremost, it's to win series as well, and to find ways to win and sort of try instill that culture back into the ODI team. So it's almost like this is the first obstacle in the way on the journey to 2023. A lot of focus has been put on getting good results and winning games. So that is where the focus is at. With obviously in the back of our minds that we're trying to work towards 2023, and hopefully if we can do all these things in the build up to that, that the squad that goes to the 2023 World Cup will have trained and played cricket under the brand of cricket that Temba and Bouch wants, so that when we get there, things are ready almost to just hit the road running.
And finally, Tinas.
Hi, Aiden. I was just wondering, you guys as players, do you follow the drama in the boardrooms? Are you aware of the current situation between the Members' Council and the interim board? And do you guys talk about that? Is it disruptive? And do you have a message for the powers that be, I guess, what would that message be?
Yeah, to be honest, we don't pay much attention to it at all, Tinas. I think it's something that we as players and as a group of people try to stay away from. I suppose at the time it can only create more obstacles to come over as a team, and probably that would be quite unnecessary for us to do as a squad. So we solely focusing on the cricket side of things. We trust that the people up top making those decisions will will make the right decisions for the best of the game in the country, which is ultimately extremely important to all of us. That's, I suppose, their issue to tackle, and we as players just have to make sure that we're playing good cricket, and I suppose start winning games and playing a brand of cricket that the public really enjoys as well.
Thanks very much, everybody, for joining us. I'll make sure that this recording is made available as quickly as possible. Have a great day further, and we'll speak to you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Aiden. Good luck.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.